What's up you guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you watching me for the very first time, my name is Kathyyrenee and welcome to the show. Hola, how are you? Hi, ¿cómo estás? Today is Sunday, June 27th of 2021. I went ahead and created this whole look for you guys, an example of how to use the palette. The palette that we're going to be using today is the Jeffree Star Bloodlust palette. I had to look back at the palette just to make sure I was saying it right. I went ahead and opened her up. This is how she looks like. This is the color story. Super beautiful, super gorgeous. I love it. It's like a little bit of everything and you can go however you want. So I'm gonna go ahead and look down just so you guys can see the look that I created using that palette. Of course, this is just an example of how to use that palette. And of course, whatever idea you may take from this video or from me, of course you can make it into your own. You don't exactly have to use that palette. You can use another palette or you can use similar colors from wherever. Alright, so before we get started, I just wanted to give you guys a friendly reminder to don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you. And don't forget to hit that notification bell as well. And as usual, my social media links are down below in the description. You guys can holler at me. You guys can talk to me. Makeup related, whatever related. I'm here for you guys. I'm your friend too. Alright, so if you guys want to continue hanging out with me, please keep watching. And without further ado, enjoy the show. And before we continue, alright, so the palette that we're going to be going in with is the Bloodlust palette from Jeffree Star Cosmetics. She's really pretty and velvety. Also, I'm scared to hold her. And the color that we're going to be using is Vile Serpent right over here. And the brocha that I'm using is from Sigma, the Eye Shading E55 brush. Okay, so first thing I did was I dipped the brush into the palette. I did dust it off. And what I'm gonna go ahead and do is just kind of like stamp along the crease area. Just super lightly, super gently, of course. It's gonna build up, okay? Okay. It looks like this, right? It looks really light. I mean, I don't know if you guys can see on camera, but like when I'm seeing it on the mirror, it's really light, okay? And then I'm just gonna be dragging it back and forth. Windshield wiper motion. We're not gonna buff. We're just gonna be doing it back and forth, back and forth. Nothing crazy, nothing special. And of course, we're just gonna be building her up. All right, it looks like I'm running out of color over here. I'm gonna go ahead and dip back into the palette. All right, guys, I dipped back into the palette. I did dust it off. We're gonna do the same thing, except we're not gonna stamp it like we did the first time. I'm gonna go ahead and just like bring it back and forth, like so. It's gonna look a little dark, and it's okay. Like for example, like it drags, like the little lines that you see sometimes with the eyeshadow. Like I think it's called dragging. Don't quote me on that. It's okay if it drags or does like the little lines because we are going to be blending that out anyways. I don't want to freak you guys out. And again, as I usually say, this is a process and you guys have to trust the process. You have to believe in it as well, because if you don't believe in it, then who else is gonna believe in it, you know? You gotta believe in your idea. You have to make your idea come true. And you know what? Let's say this is not the idea that you had in mind. That's okay too, because that happens to me all the time. I'm dipping back into the palette now. I did back into the palette. I did dust it off. Okay, now what are we talking about? Like ideas and stuff like that. Okay, so with the ideas sometimes, like I practice the looks before I even film, just so you guys know. And why? Because I want to make sure that I like what I'm doing. You guys may not like what I'm doing, and that's okay, but at the end of the day, I'm the one with the camera here. I'm the one that decided to record it. I'm the one that decided to share it with the public, I'm the one that decided to be open about this. And, there are times that I don't like my idea, but you want to know something? That's okay. Because I learned from it, and I hope that you guys do that too. Like, If you guys have an idea, don't be discouraged by it at all. Like, keep doing it, and trust me, like, your idea is gonna turn into something so beautiful. Of course, you have to believe in it too. So just wanted to throw that out there in case you guys have any idea outside of anything. Like, this is not just makeup, it's, you know, whatever you guys have an interest in. If you have an idea, freaking do it. As long as it doesn't hurt anybody, of course. All right, so I'm kind of done blending on both. I'm not gonna like take my time to blend everything out because we're still gonna keep adding more colors, and I do wanna create a gradient. You guys know me. But anyhow, we're gonna go ahead with the next step. All right, we're gonna be going back in with the palette. This is Royal Pain and this is Monarchy. We're just gonna be dipping into these two colors as our transition shade to create that gradient. And the brocha that I'm gonna be using is from Morphe M433 brush. All right, so I dipped the brush into the palette. I did dust it off, and then we're gonna be buffing out. Doesn't matter where you start, just, you know, just make sure you do it. And I'm gonna be starting from the outer, or I'm so sorry, my inner corner, and just work my way back and forth. And I know it looks a little bit rough, you guys, but I promise you it's gonna look super beautiful. It's gonna get a little tiring because of this blending, but that's okay. But you know when something's really tiring, but you don't mind doing it? That's how I feel. I don't know if there is a word for that, but if there is, let a bitch know. But I'm just gonna be blending. I know I haven't dipped back into the palette because my intention right now is just to blend. No worries, just blend it out. Okay, I think it's time for me to dip back into the palette now. I did back into the palette. I did dust it off, and then I'm not gonna start from the inner corner. I'm gonna start from the outer corner just to switch it up, and then back and forth with little circles. And then you guys are seeing how really, really pretty it's being created. And of course, take your time, be patient with this, and just do it. Do it because you like it. Do it because you believe in it. I do it because it's therapeutic and it's relaxing to me. Just do it. I'm still blending. I may want to go into the palette one more time, just not yet. Oh, and you guys, I want to apologize for the last video. What I want to apologize for is me saying, you know, like every other word on my last video, and I do apologize for that. I don't know what the heck was going on with me that day. I try not to speak like that in general. I try to take my time in speaking. Some people that I have interacted with, they feel that when I take my time speaking, they think that I'm not respecting them in some way. But it's me. Like, I have heard myself speak, and I feel like I don't pronounce my words correctly, and I say you know, like in between every other word, and here, like, I'm thinking about it. I think about it too much. And the point I'm trying to make here is, I'm sorry for the last video. You know, I am trying to speak correctly. I'm trying to pronounce things correctly, and it's a goal here on this channel as well. Something, yeah. Because I remember last time I heard myself talk, I was working a call center job, and last time I heard myself talk, I was just annoyed. I was like, who is that person? And then they told me, oh, it's you. I'm like, it's me. I'm so annoying. I need to like correct that, and I'm trying to correct it. Obviously, it's not like an on and off switch that I can correct. I can be like, oh, I'm gonna correct it today. What I can do is correct it today and work on it. But it's not like an on and off switch that I can be like, okay, I'm completely gonna stop today. You know, it's gonna be super unacceptable. No, it's just, I am trying to express myself. I'm trying to enunciate, pronunciate words, and just take my time in speaking in general. I have trouble expressing myself. I'm trying to work on that too. Okay, this is the last time well, I don't know if it's the last time. Yeah, it probably is. Who knows? I'm just building up the gradient here. I dipped the brush into the palette. I did dust it off. And then just start wherever you want. I'm going to start in the inner corner. And then I'll work my way out and in, out and in. In and out and in and out and 1, 2 and in and out. Blend, blend, blend it all away.
Why are you the way that you are?
Yeah, if I can make a song to this, can I produce, like, can I have it on iTunes or on iCloud? And if I do that, what's going to be my SoundCloud name? Just kidding. I don't know, man. Look, man, singing or anything with music is not my element, clearly. But everybody that does that, like, yo, I give props to them. I give props to anybody that, you know, is going out into the public, you know, doing some type of artistic thing. I really appreciate everybody that does that because it just takes a lot of courage and a lot of dignity to do that. All right, I think I pretty much have it where I want to. But either way, along the way, we're still gonna be blending it out, fixing it along the way, so on and so forth. And I'm gonna go ahead and cut the crease. So I'll be right back, stay tuned. And if you guys are ever curious on how I cut my crease, I'm gonna link the video down below in the description box. So I'm back. Thank you guys so much for waiting on me. All right, so the next color that we're gonna be going in with is Blood Queen right over here. And the brocha that I'm going to be using is the Morphe M433 brush. Oh my god, I can't even fucking say it right. Okay, so I dipped the brush into the palette. I did not dust it off. And this like little empty space here that we see, we're gonna put, or we're gonna stamp, pack, whatever you wanna call it. We're gonna pack right here in this outer corner as I'm doing so. It does not have to be perfect. But I would wait till like the concealer dries a little bit because I kind of like messed up. I didn't mess up on my eye. It's just that I guess it was still wet, and as I was like stamping or packing it and I kept doing that like, you know, like motion like that, it kind of got onto like the eyeshadow on this eye here. I fixed it, of course, but my recommendation is for you guys to wait until the cut crease is a little dry. But at the end of the day, it's your choice or in your preference, whatever you guys choose to do. So what I'm doing right now is just I'm buffing it out. After I packed it, I buffed it out. And take your time with it, of course. I know it looks rough. I know it looks a little bit messy. But trust me when I say this, you guys, trust that process. Believe in it, okay? And don't give up. And also like have patience with it, of course, you know, and think good of it. Be like positive about it. Like I'm gonna, you know, I'm gonna get this done. I'm gonna make it happen. Anything that I do is freaking awesome. Anything that I do is creative and it's out of this world. Always talk yourself up, guys. It's not, you know, it's not being cocky or anything else like that. It's just being positive about you. It's called self-love. I feel like you have to have self-love. And once you have that self-love, like everything is gonna work out into play. I noticed that like when I love my ideas, I love my creations, and I feel like it's gonna make a difference, and it is making a difference right now. That's just me. Okay, I dipped the brush back into the palette. I did not dust it off. We're gonna press down on my tape here, and we're just gonna keep on going. Pack, pack, pack. Pack, 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 and little circles, buffing it out because I enjoy creating gradients. I hope you guys do as well, and it looks really pretty and blended. Well, did you guys hear that? That was my stomach. Only had a granola bar earlier today. I mean, I don't know, I get hungry sometimes, but then I do not get hungry. It's really odd. But then I was really excited to like, perform. I was gonna say perform. I was really excited to film for you guys anyways. So yeah, this is my it's like my excitement. My stomach's saying we're excited. Just kidding, she's saying that she's hungry. I don't know what I would eat though. Okay, so next color that we're gonna be going in with is Beauty Sleep right over here. And the brocha that I'm gonna be using is the Morphe M522 brush. All right, first, I just wanna be really neat with this. the brush that you use for the cut crease, we're just gonna pat back on there. I just want it to be super neat. I just keep stamping. It doesn't have to be perfect. Remember, we're gonna blend everything. Keep stamping, and you can even stamp on this little part here, which is what I'm gonna do. Okay, because it's, I don't know, it's still wet, and I'm not blending it out like that, because I noticed when you blend it out like that, it turns to a different color. My intention is not to do a different color. If your intention is to do a different color, go for it. I just want like the white to be as white as possible. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep looking down, blend that out, okay? Okay, so we're still looking down. I looked back up to look at you guys. I just want to make sure you guys can see. Looking down into the mirror, hold it however you need to hold it. Yeah, look down because we need a lot of lid space. I hope you guys can see this. And then just press down. And then of course I'm starting in my inner corner. You can start wherever you want, but I'm choosing to do it in the inner corner. Either way, like to blend everything out, you have to go back in. So I am choosing to do the inner corner and just like keep packing her on there. She's still wet and she's gonna like take in like the color. Okay. And it's okay if you leave like a little gap here, a little space, because guess what? We're gonna be putting in like another color in there anyways. Mood, me becoming a singer on YouTube. Just kidding. I feel bad. Oh my god, if I do, thank god, you know, because that's not even in my plans, but like I would feel really bad because there's other people out there that are trying to make it, you know. Moving on. Alright, so the next color that we're going to be going in with is Sworn Enemy right over here, this beautiful golden green shade. And the brocha that I'm going to be using is the M522 brush. Alright guys, so as you guys can kind of see, I kind of went ahead of myself. I'm so sorry about that. I just get like really into it. And again, that's my apologies, but I hope you guys can understand. I basically, on the empty space that we had earlier, I went ahead and just packed it on there, and I just wanted to keep packing it on here. And the concealer isn't wet anymore, so it's gonna be a little bit hard for us to pack on the color, because I think like the way that it was packed, it kind of has the way that the color was packed. I'll show you guys here in a bit, or there. I'm gonna show you guys in a bit. You guys are gonna see, but you just gotta keep packing it on there and take your time with it. And then what I'm doing right now is creating the gradients between like the purpley pinkish tone with this greenish tone that we have here. And the same thing here, we're gonna be creating gradients, so take your time with it. Just go back and forth, blend back and forth, because right now it doesn't have to be perfect. But as soon as we're done here, look, at least right now it doesn't have to be perfect, but way before the eyeliner, make sure that the cut crease area and this outer corner area here is blended. That's my recommendation to you guys. And of course, my recommendation, you guys do not have to do what I have. You guys do not have to take what I'm recommending you. Do whatever you guys want to do at the end of the day. However, if you guys are trying to recreate this look, that is my recommendation. Again, do whatever the heck you want. Alright guys, so I'm going to go ahead and continue. And off camera, I'm going to go ahead and blend everything out. And then I'm going to go ahead and do my eyeliner, my eyelashes, and the rest of the face off camera. So I'll be right back. Please stay tuned. And if you guys are ever curious on how I do my eyelashes, my eyeliner, and my full face, I'm going to link those videos down below in the description box. As you can see, I am back, you guys. Alright, you guys, the next two colors that we're going to be using is these two over here. It's Vivid Mood and Hiking. I saw the color for like a split second, and I don't know if it's the correct one. I don't know if it's the correct naming, but it's these two right over here, you guys. And the brocha that I'm going to be using is a Morphe M321 brush. Alright, so I dipped both colors into the palette. It doesn't matter which one you start with, it's gonna be the same outcome regardless. I'm gonna be looking up, so that way I can just concentrate on the lower lash line here. just drag it across. I mean, do whatever you want, but just make sure you blend out the bottom here. This is optional, of course. I do it because I see my eye as the picture and the top lid and the bottom lid as a picture frame. And I also do this because it complements my, since I have hooded lids, I feel like it complements like my hooded lids and my really dark eyes. My whole eye in general complements it, so that's why I do it. Again, this is optional. You do not have to do this, guys. This is just an idea. And if you guys choose to do this, hooray for you. If not, hooray for you as well. I just want you guys to look cute and super complete. Okay, I think this is pretty much even. Alright, so I'm done with my lower eyes. What I'm going to go ahead and do is highlight the rest of my face. I'm going to put on lipstick. I'm going to do my hair. And then we'll meet back here. So stay tuned. So this is the final look and my final form. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and look down so y'all can see what I did here. Again, this is an example of how to use the palette. I'm going to go ahead and bring the palette up right now. This is how she looks like, really pretty, very velvety. I'm not gonna lie to you, I was really scared, and I still am scared to kind of hold the palette, because you know, when you wear makeup and stuff like that and you're in that creative mode, you tend to get your hands a little bit dirty with the makeup. No problem, it's what happens when you're being creative. And I was just scared to touch it, but I kept in mind that I had to keep washing my hands the whole time. Alright, so she's really unique. She opens up like this, but I'm gonna go ahead and hold it like this because we're here for the color story. Color story is beautiful. I really like this. It's gorgeous. I like all the colors. This is a palette. I'm gonna come up with another look. I'm gonna keep playing with this palette. I'm gonna come up with another look with this palette, and gorgeous, that's all I have to say, no words. And it's really lightweight. I like the pigmentation of it. I like that it blends. It's just so all the way that it's pressed in the palette, beautiful, love it. And of course, it just has its fallout, but if you're that kind of person that, oh my gosh, I don't like whatever it is because of the fallout, girl, get over it, because there's gonna be fallout everywhere. But anyways, again, this is the final look. This is an example of how to use that palette. If you have a similar palette, you can recreate this, or whatever the case is. It's just an idea of how to use these tones or these colors, or if you want to switch out a color, whatever the case is. I don't know, but you get me, right? Alright, so I am so thankful that you guys made it this far. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I really appreciate each and every one of you. And I appreciate all of the support that you guys have been giving me throughout the past times or years. I've been doing this for years, but I haven't got to where I got to. But it's okay, it happens. This is a hobby at the end of the day that I like to do. Alright guys, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. Let me know what you guys think in the comment below, and just chat with me in the comment below. I'm down to chat. Alright guys, I'm gonna wrap it up. Pleasure hanging out with you guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed this episode as much as I did, and I will see you guys on the next show. Bye.